Hey y'all, my bad. I was I was doing something. I feel like I've just reached my breaking point with social media. You know, it's always Jasmine, don't worry about what people think about you. But it's like, damn, when people it's more than that. It's you got people lying on you for views. You got people making fake accounts and going to other YouTubers for views and it is it's kind of just getting overwhelming. It's like, when does it stop? Like, I'm tired of just don't worrying about stuff, because it's me that they're talking about. It's me that they're faking about. It's me that, you know, people are doing shit for clicks and views. It's me, you know? I don't care. At this point, it's like, what do you want from me? What a bitch want from me? Like, at this point, why are y'all doing this? Like, why does it everything have to be, me? Like, this is draining. And it's like, mm, go back outside. You know, it's like beyond what y'all think it is, as far as you know. And it's crazy. I can't even take a break. People are like, take a break. Like, I see someone said that I take a break and they still make up stuff. Like, they made a whole fake account. Someone made a whole account and went to someone else's page and comment, and that was not fucking me, and I can't. It's like, no matter what, like, it's like they almost want me to die, and people don't understand that they can push people to like to a depression, to wanting to just give up, because of the amount of negativity that they use to fuel their channel about someone else, and it's it's really overwhelming. It's just like, it's not even about what you say, worried about what you say about me. It's like, it's the image that you putting out about me to other people, and then other people are coming to me and they're like, what is this? You know what I'm saying? It's the image that y'all are putting out. And then, you comment on my friend's page just because y'all think y'all know everything. Okay. Y'all was like, oh, you went out with Tiara, you're fake. Tiara hit me up and said, girl, you're overwhelmed, you're stressed, let's go out. And I was overwhelmed, stressed, betrayed by a bitch. And I said, fuck it, let me go out, get, basically get a fresh, get a whiff of fresh air. And that's what I did. And people decided to make it about Jasmine's this, Jasmine that. Like, a bitch can't just go out and just breathe, and at some point it's like, when does this shit end? Like, when do people just leave me alone and just go about their life? You know, after doing like a little research on some people, and it's just like, it's crazy all the stuff they say about me, and I find out about y'all's lives and what y'all go through, and it's just like, you wouldn't want people to put or say things about you as much as what you're saying about me out. Like, I don't even like these bitches. Not even like them. I don't even fuck with them, these women, and I would never dare put out information that I just found out about them in order to get certain things dealt with. It's kind of just, it's like, I get it. Bitches want to see a bitch fail. I get it. I get it. At the end of the day, it's it's sick, and I hear everything. People come back and tell me shit about how they love to talk about me as a woman, and I hear it all. You know, y'all love to talk about the fact that I'm not your average, woman that did certain things. I went to college and played ball. They want to talk about that, and it's just like, I never in my life thought I would be a YouTuber, one, but never in my life thought I would be hated by so many women, women old enough to be my mother, to the point that they will make stuff up about me. You know, it's just been weighing on me. You know, I've been kind of just hold on real quick. Okay. I kind of just been, you know, I'm gonna read your comments in a minute. Yeah, I'm just talking. It's just like, when does it end? I can't sit back all the time and just not quote unquote worry about what people say about me, because it's deeper than some of the shit, like, as you want to say, celebrities get, because it's so deep that, like, people are just flat out lying, you know. Ugh, it's just so annoying. And then whenever I say I don't want to speak about something, like I said, you know, on that one previous live in that panel, I had my reasons for it. It wasn't for, oh, I don't want to speak on it because it's true. It's because I know how people are, and I know how a lot of people like to do and flip shit so that they're almost the center of attention, but they're not. And I didn't want to speak on shit. I just wanted to leave it. And then now it's other stuff. And it's just like, bro, like, you know, I can elaborate on that situation, but I just choose not to. For what? To talk about another bitch to make myself feel better? I could talk about her, elaborate on stuff to make myself feel better. Then I wouldn't be any better than any bitch that talks about me. I don't even know, like, some of y'all, like, that's why I say, like, some people just be in here lying. Someone said a safety plan. Like, what the fuck is that? Like, you know, only so much you can do and say. Like, it's like, do you want me to kill myself? Will that make you happy? Will that literally, will you be happy? Is that what you want? Like, is that what a lot of y'all want? Do y'all want to see me unlived? Do y'all want to see me without my children? You know, like, do you want my kids to be in foster care? Do you want them to be in the system? Like, what is it at this point? You know, and it's not, you know, a lot of y'all, and I'm going to say this because a lot of y'all can't really relate. You know, y'all might, if you are a YouTuber, the only relation that you can relate is being talked about. But when people go to the extent of threatening to come to your house, or, you know, lying, making fake shit, and just blunt out lying, saying nasty sexual remarks, you cannot say that shit wouldn't fuck with you. Like, it wouldn't mentally fuck with you. And you honestly, and people think that I'm on here trying to always defend myself. I can't, because at the end of the day, people are gonna still say it. For example, with the, you know, fake page that someone made. No, we know that that was you. Okay, I already said that it wasn't me, but they still kept saying it was me. And it's just like, why would I even, I'm gonna say this, why would I even type something like that, include Chris' name? That's another thing. It just didn't make sense. You know what I'm saying? It just, whew. It is. It is. Okay, I did see your message before I got on. You know, is deeper than just drama shit. Hold on, y'all. It's way deeper than this drama shit with my ex friend. I am so hold on. I gotta get myself together. I am so tired of being used. I am so tired of being bullied. I am so tired of it all. I'm tired of it. You know, it's like I said, it's way deeper. Since I've been on this fucking platform, I've been used for a fucking view. And it gets so deep that they use my name and then they make up fake shit. You know? That's how deep it is. I get it. You gotta make your money. Go ahead, make your money, sis. Make your money. Anybody. But at the same time, it's like, damn, like, how would you feel if somebody flat out just made up lies about your child? Or, made up lies to the point to where your child is so depressed and she just wants to give up? Or she could lose her kids type shit? Or just anything, I just seen like a whole man with a picture of us on his made a shirt with our picture on it, and it's just like, what is wrong with you people? Like, what is really mentally wrong with some of y'all? Like, it's giving that I went through something and I want to put it on somebody else to get my story out. I see a lot. Of course, I get tagged and shit. And as much as I just try to avoid it, I still see a lot. I still see a lot. I get tagged or I get comments on my other platforms. It's bigger than, like I said, it's bigger than this. And I haven't took phentermine in years. I mean, I don't know what to tell you. I haven't took that in so long, so you don't have to ask about that. And I feel like if I say I did decide to go, I'm looking at some of y'all's comments. I go to counseling, and it's like I feel like, what is that gonna do for me? Of course I took the next legal step with some of these channels, but it just hurt me because I had to go to their channel. I had to go to the depth of everything to get information as far as stuff. I had to see certain things, and it's just like, man, why? There's so many channels out there to just beat up on. There's so many channels out there. I'm not saying run to the next bitch, but damn, how can you make your life around my life? Your life is revolving around mine. Hold on, let me read those comments. You know, let's see, it says Pretty Smile. She said, don't let them see you weak. You can't let them win. You know, at the end of the day, whether they see me strong or they see me weak, quote unquote, they're still winning because they're still putting out lies about me. You know, they're still doing this. Less. It's just so much, and it's so much. It's so overwhelming to the point to where, like, bitch, I can go days without posting, and there's people still saying stuff. And it's not even just saying stuff. They're contacting people, and from like what I've seen when I was looking up information, some of these bitches are so sick. And it's sick, it's real sick and nasty. And I don't give a fuck what anybody says. And if that individual, I kind of just don't put shit past anybody now because of all the shit that's been going on. So if that bitch did get on here and say some nasty ass shit like that and lie, it's real fucked up of a bitch that would do some shit like that. It's real fucked up. But I don't put that shit past anybody no more. I don't put any fucked up shit past anybody. Whew. Hold on, y'all. Okay. But the people that love and follow you don't believe it. Maria, I do believe that some don't believe it, but I do believe that some do believe it. Um, and it's not even just my supporters. It goes down to, you know, when they call the police, the police, they don't know what to believe. Or when they call child protective services, they don't know what to believe because there's so much negativity out here. No matter what I do, is bad. I could post the most positive video. Example, like I said, my kids' game the weekend, and it was still bad. It was still negativity about it. They still react on it. I still don't understand that. Like I would understand. This is how I see it. Like some of these women that call themselves a reactor. If it's is it really reaction worthy? At this point, they don't even react. Like I said, I had to go through some shit just to get information, and it's just like they just sit here and they talk about you, they lie, like they just flat out lie, and it's just like damn, like I can't even defend myself. I can't say shit because I'm like, bro, this shit is for what? That person already painted this picture of you to everybody, and there's only so much that I can do for as far as defending my own character. And I feel bad just recently. One of my, supporters, I usually email her back all the time. And I kind of, like, how do you say, I've let stuff bother me to the point to where I didn't email no one back. You know, I haven't even posted a vlog in, I want to say 4 days, 5 days, whatever. Um, Even though I may come on live, the it it's a difference. You get off a live and it's like, damn, like you kind of, like I said, you evaluate everything. You're like, damn, no matter what I say, motherfuckers still just lie on you, just continuously lie on you, no matter what you say. And you know, she thought that I was avoiding her, and I had to tell her, like, I'm not avoiding you, because I never avoid any comments, any DMs, anything. It's just sometimes I let myself get really overwhelmed and worked up to a point to where I just say fuck social media all in one, meaning fuck everything that involves social media. That usually includes my email as well as my DMs. And I just let the phone go, you know, and I'm sorry, y'all. I'm catching up on those comments. I'm just overwhelmed, you know. You know, it's affecting me all the way around, you know. And, you know, just so I make shit clear for y'all bitches in the back, no, it has nothing to do with the fucking drama with that bitch. You know, because I don't give a fuck. It's more so just the bullying. That bitch just so happened to include herself into the bullying shit, you know. It's like I said, it's more than that. It's these bitches on here that are always bullying me or always making up fake shit about me. And it's not just some fake little shit. They're making up some really, really tough fake shit about me. Like shit that anybody in this chat wouldn't want to be spoken on about them. You wouldn't want nobody to say some shit like this about you and your family and your kids. You know what I'm saying? I don't speak on anybody's kids. I don't speak on anybody's situations. And yet, people are going the extra mile to try and hurt me. They don't even know me. And it's like, for what? And then they'll go live. It's not that, sis. It's not that. You just this and that. Like, how can you be so invested in someone's life that to just say anything? Like, that's just like me getting on here and I speak about y'all. I mean, shit, y'all shit on paper. You know what I'm saying? It's on flat out paper. Let me speak on y'all situations. And I feel like, you know, as far as if I decide to just say fuck YouTube, I feel like it'll get so invested. People be so invested that they might try to come to my house. They will make their own content no matter what. You know, they'll come here and they will either come to my door or take pictures or peek through a window type shit. Like I feel like no matter what I do, because I did put my life out on here on social media, that people will always be invested. She said it's sad, but it's true. You do have some obsessed fans, and I honestly never, like I said, never thought that I would be here. I never thought that I would be doing this and people would be so involved in my life that they go as far as this. It's crazy. Like, you know how many channels or how many women, I even can't say women. Do you know how many people that made their channel off my back? So many. And, they're going to say they never did, but you did. It's a lot of women. Hell, apparently new channels popped up thinking, hey, they made money talking about her. All we gotta do is just speak negatively of her and we'll make money. Maria, so it's funny you say that. There was a couple of days, maybe it was a week or something like that. The kids wasn't with me. Yeah, they wasn't with me. So I didn't post my kids on social media, and they still decided to, because I one didn't post them, make up and say some shit that my child has something on her tongue. I guess they seen on their father's page. So either way it goes, my kid's not on social media because that was a whole week, a week. They still do it. Like there's really nothing that anybody can change other than my lawyer. As far as what we have in process, because these women are going so far and they think that, oh, she's stupid. We can keep doing this. We can keep harassing her, bullying her. We can keep doing all this stuff because nothing's going to happen. And I'm not. It may hurt me to get and see the information that I had to see, in order to get a woman to, or Trick or whoever the hell it was, to shut up. It may have hurt me, but I had to see some of this shit in order to do what I had to do as far as taking action. She said, Talia said, there's a difference between having an opinion and being abusive. You shouldn't have to change. They should have to change their behavior because it's harassment at this point. And I agree. I agree. Like, and people are always saying, you changed this, Jasmine changed that. Why don't y'all hold these women accountable? Not even why. I'm not sure you should be asking, but I'm like, these women need to be held accountable for what they're saying. It's not even why. They need to be held accountable. Like, this is ridiculous. Like, y'all say some nasty ass shit. Shit that make me want to just throw up. And it's like you think it's okay. And then it's crazy whenever you go and look at the information about them when you get their information, it's like no wonder why they say this. Look what they went through in life. Look what they're going through. Of course, it all makes sense. It all makes sense. They want to portray their life onto yours. It makes sense at this point. The actions towards my children. Y'all are so hilarious. Yeah. Coco, that is right. That is right. Yeah. Yeah. Master motivation. She said you are experienced with YouTube. You can easily start a different channel, no face, different name. But that's not what I want to be. I don't want to be a reactor. What you just described is a reactor. A person that hides behind a screen and don't show their face. That's not me. You know what I'm saying? I am not embarrassed of my life. Some people that do that are either ashamed, embarrassed, or something like that sort of their life, and that's not me. They're bullying channels. They should be shut down. Yes, I agree. And my thing, these are grown. These women are older than me. And like I said, they're old enough to be my mama. They have kids that are my age. You know, a lot of people just say, I really can't even, I can't even stress to you what ignoring negativity is like. You know, there's nobody. I hate. I don't want to say this in the most rude, meanest way, but you will never understand. You know, the ones that are saying just ignore anything. You would never. A lot of y'all that even just watch, and y'all don't have a channel. Y'all don't know. Y'all just like, oh, I went through this with friend. No, you could never understand the amount of pressure that or freaking microscope that I get put under when it comes to my family. You know, I sometimes I just can't ignore it. I cannot sit here and ignore someone saying that my daughter's getting sexually assaulted. I cannot. If I ignore it, then who's going to be their voice? You know, I try to ignore it though, because it's as much as it may seem easy to ignore it, but it's going to be out there that someone said that. And you cannot ignore that. These are kids. These are kids. It's so much you can't ignore. People saying you're getting beat up and abused every day. It's only so much before you get to your breaking point and want to be like, bitch, I know you fucking lying. You know, it's only so fucking much that a bitch can ignore. I ignore a lot. I ignore the fucking a lot. Like, so much to where I just be wanting to just shit crawl under my blanket and just like ignore it, Jazz, fuck it. But sometimes me ignoring it so much, it kind of just almost like I'm balling it up and I'm just putting it away for later. And then whenever I speak or anything I say comes out, it's almost like a cry for help. Like, I'm so tired of people just lying on me, bashing me. It's nasty. It's everything that they do is nasty. Like, you know, Maria, I wish that was a thing, but kids are no longer off limits when it comes to mine. They don't feel like my kids get that type of pleasure. You know, it's not like that over here. My kids, they talk about my kids, whether they see them or not. They just talk about them. Lola, if you can find some kind of YouTube support to where we can remove this type of shit, please, you can come back and let me know. Because I haven't found anything. Yes, lipstick pimp. Yes, I agree. Talia, it wasn't a thing. I mean, it probably was a thing. It just wasn't as big of a thing, you know? It's not right. And don't give up on, don't give up. You're on the breaking point of greatness. Ooh. Like, I haven't even worked out. And that's another thing. Like, that's like my peace of mind, you know? I haven't even worked out. And that night that Tiara told me, let's just go out, you know, it felt really fucking good. It felt really good going out, y'all. I was able to just sit and breathe, you know. Of course, I was like, we talked about everything. We talked about life. It was beyond YouTube. Like, people think it's just YouTube. It was so beyond it. It was just life in general. It felt so good to just breathe, you know, like after everything that was going on. Because I felt like it was just, I had so much pressure built up and I just was able to just relax. And I do appreciate her for letting me do that. You know, even though she's like, Jasmine, come, you know, to relieve stress, just come on. And it felt really good to just breathe. But, you know, this is my job and I do have to clock in. And I haven't really been clocking in like how I want to clock in, which is like vlog. I haven't just breathed. Like I said, I haven't worked out since that other day. Um, I haven't even been eating the healthiest, and that kind of makes me depressed as fuck because I'm just like, girl, what the fuck? I haven't been eating the healthiest, and I usually, you know, don't let that shit fuck with me to the point where it messes up what I have going for myself. But I haven't been. I haven't. I just been eating whatever the fuck I want to eat, whatever makes me feel better. And I just told myself, I was like, I have to get my mindset. Even though Legend is here, I do have a baby still here, but I have to get my mindset together. My kids come back home, and I don't want them. You know, they're more prone to seeing and being able to tell when there's either something wrong, like, you know, the twins may come give me a hug. Legend, he just kind of does his own thing. But, you know, I don't want them to see me in a funk. Why aren't you working out, mommy? You know, let's go to the park so you can work out. And I don't want to go work out. Then they can recognize, okay, mom's not working out. What's wrong? She doesn't want to go nowhere. You know, I throw off their scheduling whenever I let shit like this get to me. And it sucks. What does Chris think I should do? I mean, what did he say? You know, I feel like Chris understands to a certain extent with social media because, you know, the difference between me and him is that I clock in. You know what I'm saying? I actually clock into social media. When I get on, I get on. And he does not get on. You know what I'm saying? I hope that makes sense. You know, so He's like, if it's getting too overwhelming, then just stop doing it. And I just think, why should I stop doing something that I personally love to do to please other people? And then he's like, well, we need to take the necessary steps as far as doing what we need to do to get these people removed, because they're obviously disturbing your peace and your workspace, and we've been doing that, and it's just, it's just so much a person can take when you have to go do that. You know what I'm saying? Um, as far as looking, you have to look. You have to go to their page, and you have to really look. Some of the stuff you have to listen, because they drop, viable, information and stuff in their chats and stuff, and stuff like that. So you gotta listen to some stuff. It's a lot of doing stuff that you're not going to want to do in order to get what you need done. I see how she moves. Who? It's something about that lady that gives me, I'm not really here to support you. I gotta go back up. Hold on. What happened? I will write down the timestamps and forward it to you. And in order, that's another thing, like for us to strike channels, to get channels taken down, you have to actually watch the channel sometimes. And like she said, timestamps. You have to come with the timestamps. When you want to strike a certain channel, either for showing your content, showing you got to come with timestamps. I've learned since, being on YouTube and taking channels down, that whole, you get there's a section in your creator studio that shows people that use your content and how much they use. There's that section. But then there is also, that section doesn't really go in depth on what you want to be removed and why. So you have to go to their channels and actually piece it by piece on what is being said and what's yours and what you want taken down. Yeah. About to text you. Okay, I'm about to look. I think I know who you're talking about. I feel like we'll always be a target. No matter what, we'll always be a target because we're already here. Lola, I heard about people making, I don't know how much these petitions, like I'm saying that because they make fake petitions all the time for people's channels to get removed. And some people even do like GoFundMe's. They go that far and they just collect the money. So I feel like it's got to be more than that, than a petition or something like that, You can strike the channels or just you. I know there's some people that you can strike a channel for certain things like bullying or harassment. I think it's like it's different things like misleading information, um, imposing. I'm not saying go strike channels, but it's just like channels that use people that use their channels for bad, to hurt others or to lie on others, to do the most, like do what you got to do. If you feel like it's not right, then you do what you do. I'm not here to tell people what's right and what's wrong, because use your own, you know what I'm saying? Kind of like just use your own common sense of what's right and what you think is wrong, because then it'll be another thing. Jasmine's out here telling people do this. No, do what you feel is right and what you feel is wrong. Hey, mama. Hustle to breathe, mama. Hey, girl. It's like someone coming to your 9 to 5 where you make your money every day. Someone's coming to make your life hell. Are you in the wrong? No. Exactly. Exactly. It's like your colleague at work that is trying to get you fired. That's what it's like. You have a colleague at work that just is such a bitch. She'll do anything to get you fired, as far as even lying on you, you know? It's sad that there is, hustle to breathe, mama. It's sad that there's a lot of people out here that, will go the extra length to hurt people or to get people to not want to be on social media. Why isn't YouTube making the strikes stick? I don't know. I don't know. I feel like they don't have enough workers, so they're using a lot of bots in some of the strikes. They gaslight. They gaslight you. Oh, just leave YouTube. Okay, but Jazz isn't the problem. Address the actual problem: the bullying, the harassment, the slander of her kids, etc. And that is the main important thing right now. Like, it's the bullying, the harassment, the slander, and it's not even of my kids. It's everyone in my family. And it could be, it was even so far as, I guess my kids, well, Adriana comment, and they tried to bring her name into it. Anybody that's affiliated with me, like, they go as far as reaching them people. You know what I'm saying? And if anybody say anything, it's not even, it don't even have to be positive. If anybody voice their opinion and it's just not flat out bashing me, cussing me out, bitch this, bitch that, they will come for you. They will come for you because they don't want anyone to like me. And it's okay. And I don't care, because at the end of the day, I don't know a lot of these people that are on these platforms. I know some women to a certain extent, and that's totally fine. Tiara, I know. I told her to fuck her comment section, girl, ignore it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I seen the shit. We've seen it. I was like, girl, ignore it. You don't have to keep wasting your breath on it. Ignore it. Fuck it. At the end of the day, whoever these women are, and some of them aren't even women. That's another thing. It's men. And that makes it even more disgusting, is that it's men that's on here, and none of these mother people know my life. Don't stop working out, girlie. You are so motivational when it comes to fitness. I know. And I just kind of this week I've let it go. I mean, maybe I'll come back next week stronger. I've literally took a week off. Maybe I'll come back on the weekend. I feel like I should start fresh on like Monday or something like that, I mean, it's deeper. Like, people don't understand. I feel like I said, anyone that's affiliated with me, because people just dislike me so much that anyone affiliated with me is getting their image tarnished. Like, as far as, it goes as far as Chris. It goes as far as bringing, DMs into situations. And it's sad. It's always Jasmine, then it's you, Chris, and then it's always it's a chain. You know what I'm saying? People will just branch off of that and try to hurt people because they want me to be alone. And I never thought that that would be the case. People want me to be alone or want me to be by myself or be single. I never thought that because at first it was like, Jasmine, I'm so glad you finally found someone. And, now it's, I want her to be alone. I want her to just be miserable. I don't want her to have no kids. I want her to live in a fucking box by herself. Jazz, delete your comment section. I do. I delete my comment. I'm not gonna say I don't. I delete it whenever I feel like I just get tired of seeing the same thing. Because sometimes it do get repetitive as far as the comment section, and I'll just turn them off because I'm not gonna keep doing that. But then people go as far as, say you delete your comment section on YouTube, they'll travel to Instagram. Say you turn off a post, they'll travel to TikTok. Then they'll travel to Facebook. Then they'll go to your second Facebook. I've even seen people go as far as Twitter, and I don't even get on Twitter. They reach all the way. All I can say, Jazz, beware of your surroundings and don't use the word friend loosely and keep grinding. Oh no, trust me. When it comes to even, I'm not gonna say I don't have friends because I do. Just because y'all just don't see me on here with them or stuff like that 24/7. Hell, you know, Tiara. I've been friends with Tiara. It's crazy. People think they know stuff. Just because we don't come on here and talk about shit on YouTube and do all this stuff, I mean, she's that friend that's like, girl, get off. Like, she texts me. She's that one that's like, get off of YouTube and we'll talk. Like, she's that person. Not, yeah, just go on there type stuff. She, get off, we'll talk. She's that. She's always been like that. Like I said, I've been knowing Tiara since, shit, I was pregnant with the twins. Like, that's how long we've been friends, since I was pregnant with them. Actually, before I was pregnant. I wasn't pregnant at first. It was before. Who the hell got that much time on their hands to harass someone they need a life? Apparently, a lot of people got that much time on their hands. It's not just one or two people. It's a lot of people. It's a lot of people. Yes, she is. She's real laid back and mellow. She's real chill, and, you know, she's someone that you can talk to, whether it's positive, negative, or just y'all both just talking about life or just goals. Like, it's so much stuff that we talked about that I haven't talked about with anybody else, as far as, stuff with certain things like social media. It's little things, you know what I'm saying? I DM'd you information because these people say that they don't care about what they're about to do. I sent you proof in case you need it. Thank you. Who was that? Veronica, thank you. A real one. Yeah, they wouldn't have anything to talk about. And, Miss Me said, Jazz Boo, I have an idea. Switch your content for a second. Record you working out, cooking, and cleaning only for a few months. Then they're gonna say, I can already see it because I've already seen some stuff. Um, it's at that point they just make up stuff. One, they're gonna make their own narrative. They're gonna make something up, or they're just gonna bash me for cooking, cleaning. Like, that's what they did in my old videos, or even the ones I was working out in. Like, bitch, you're too fat. You shouldn't even be doing this. Like, what? Isn't that what you do when you want to lose weight? She said I subscribed to her channel when you really y'all. Yeah, I mean, I've been friends with Sierra for a while. Turn on. Wait, damn it. And I don't know so much how to turn off comments on Facebook too. So if there is even a way to do that. Give them the content that they don't want. She can't live her life around others. They are in Quell's chat dropping contact information so people can call jobs, schools, and other places. And people wonder why a lot of content creators kind of just up and move, because the level of harassment, like, you shouldn't be so invested in somebody's life to want to call their children, the minors. You shouldn't be that invested to want to call their school, or shouldn't be so invested to the point to where you want to show up to their house and everything. Maria, I freaking wish I could make it that hard, but it is, for some reason, it'll never be that hard. They wake up looking for me. Mm-hmm. I agree. Since I subscribed, I've seen nothing but growth from you. You can't change the haters, drama people bring, just how you react to it. No, you're a step ahead. Things will get better. I really do pray that things get better. I pray that a lot of things change. It's 2023 and people still have the same motive, the same drive. And I should not be their drive to want to do better in life or make money. Yeah, money, let it be your drive, but there's different ways. You have a wonderful support system here, and I do appreciate y'all. I'm sorry you have to go through this all the time. Even sit in the same room with me, you could ever breathe the same air. Yeah, they wake up to make a negative video. Yeah. Yeah. Let me see. I pray for you. You have 52K subs that love you. The bullies have little subs. You're bigger than the bully Shaz. Thank you. And I do appreciate every subscriber that do love me. You know, I'm grateful for everybody. Because honestly, without me being on here, without y'all, I wouldn't be able to be on here and, you know, for so long able to provide for my family. Jazz, oh, thank you, Talia, for the super chat. Jazz, when you get a chance, put your headphones on and do 10-minute meditations. Look it up on YouTube, Inner Peace. And you know, I was thinking about adding in meditation into my like daily routine. Especially because my watch, it sends me notifications to start doing meditation. It's almost like my watch is like, girl, social media is stressing you out. You need to meditate. You know what I'm saying? That's really what it's saying. Vanessa, thank you for the hearts. Stay strong. Zoe, thank you, Zoe. You have many of them pressed. Lipstick pen. Yes, Talia, I'm trying to get her into Yeah, and I just seen y'all go subscribe to K Slayers TV. She's also a YouTube mommy. She's also sent me some encouraging words. I seen it. I have my computer right here. I was gonna respond back to you, girl. I had to I didn't know you were texting me. I had to literally put my phone down and breathe. I'm not even gonna kid you guys. I just had to put it down. I felt like if I didn't put my phone down, like I could have just did anything. I could have deleted my YouTube channel and did something I was gonna regret because I was on the verge of just giving up, all the way up. And I put my phone down. I put it down I left it in the bathroom. Any way that I can keep it from me picking it up. I left it in the bathroom. And I just came in here and I was just thinking, trying to breathe, trying to breathe and focus. A lot of shit's just been bothering me, you know? Ooh, even when I think about it, it gets me upset because it's just like, who in their right mind think that shit that this is going on is okay? You know? I just, I wanted to do this, document my life with my kids and stuff like that. And, you know, I've always wanted to. I started watching YouTubers years ago, not really understanding as much as what to do as far as documenting on social media. I didn't know, but I wanted to do it, even though it was more so a hobby back then. Even when it became an income, I feel like it wasn't so drowning as it is now. It's almost like YouTube is nothing but you have your family channels and you have your reaction channels or whatever you want to call them. And it's just a lot of hate. And as much as I try to gravitate towards other channels, meaning watching other channels, there's so many channels that I watch that people just would not think that I watch. I even be trying to watch motivational channels, you know, that just do motivational podcasting. And it's a lot, you know, and there's still people that get on here and do what they do. But it's just at this point, it's like no one ever, as much as I see, you know, no one goes to this extreme length that they go through with me. Like it baffles me how many people just really hate me. Mom of two, I'm not in the dark. My phone is just sitting on the couch. Go back up. And that's another thing. Shorts don't pay like vlogs pay. I'm gonna just say that. So it's easier said than done, like doing shorts, but that does not pay anything, really. Not like a vlog. I don't know who said that. Like, it depends. If your channel revolves around shorts, meaning that that's something that you originated from, maybe. But I don't post shorts like that, you know? You've been doing so good. Don't give in to the crap. There are so many of us cheering for you. It's not fair. Where'd it go? To us when you give in to the bullies. Because that's how stuff is going on. The mods keep authorizing. That's easy said than done. Master motivation, you know, different channel, different name, content. Easy said than done. Easy said than done. Like, let's be realistic. Who wants to start completely over? Why would I, like, making a whole new channel, not showing my face? I would be doing what other people want me to do. That is one thing. Two, I'm basically starting completely over to the point to where it's not easy to grow a channel. You know, it's not easy. And you don't just get money like that. So it's not that easy. You know, it's going to take a while. Stay strong. You have many of them pressed. I already read that. Oh, it's going fast. Yeah, I do need to sage out my house, sage around my baby, everything. Yes, we can together have meditation in one of the vlogs. It does something. Yes. Oops, not. F that. Let's report the enough is enough. Josh shouldn't have to suffer. I sent her a lot. Yeah, I just seen it on my computer. I'm not playing with these. Dang it. I'm not playing with her about God. Spiritual awakening is beautiful. You see things different and really understand life. Yep. Jazz, I promise you this is not cap. I'm just really concerned. I used to have depression and it's hard, but I believe that you could benefit from what I have to say. Nana Talks. Okay. Just DM me on Instagram. Always post motivational, inspirational quotes on Facebook and Instagram. You need a backbone. These so-called women are not going to stop. This is what bitter black women do. Ignore them. Make changes. Live your life. You know, it's more than having a backbone. Like, it really is, you know, and I hear you on the bitter black women type thing. It's not even women either. It's beyond that. It's just bitter people in general, and some of them aren't even black. So it's just bitter people. And like I said, it's more than having a backbone. Sometimes your backbone can break. I can have a backbone. Some days it'd be good. Some days it could break. It may snap, you know? And that's just anybody. I don't give a fuck. Like, no one, out of everybody, I've always got the most hate. Not even hate. I've always got the most thrown at me. You know what I'm saying? And it comes from more than just a reactor page. It's deeper than that. You know what I'm saying? It's people that don't even get on YouTube. They hide behind a screen just to bully, or they make false accusations and calling the police. And it's you cannot tell somebody to have a backbone whenever someone's calling the police to your house, calling CPS to your house, calling the fucking animal patrol or whatever the fuck they call. You cannot, or calling your kid's school, harassing your kid's school. There's not having a backbone. That has nothing to do with anything. These women need to be held accountable. Not women. These individuals need to be held accountable for what they're doing, because what they're doing is not okay. It's not okay. I don't care what anybody says. It's not okay. I shouldn't have to change up who I am to please them. It's not okay, because if I did change up who I was to please anybody, at the end of the day, they're gonna still do it unless we hold them accountable for what they're doing. You got this even when you feel like you don't. You've helped me out with my mom life. Realness, please. People can be hateful and know you're making an impact. Oh, thank you. There's some YouTubers that left, yeah, because of being bullied. Yeah. They have to bully you. They have bullies. I'm proud of you. Keep up the good work, sis. Let me go see who by my door. Hold on. All right. I think I'm about to get off though, y'all. Yes, lipstick. Yeah, I'm a little, I don't know. I'm a little, this is making me nauseous. It's made me nauseous today. And yeah, I think I'm gonna just get off. I don't know. Maybe I'll start back. I don't know. I don't know, y'all. This stuff really just kind of just been overwhelming with everything. Yeah, it's supposed to be about, having a community of what we all go through. Yeah. I focus on my entire family. Only take 10 minutes. Yeah, I'm gonna try it, Talia. Okay, love. I don't know why he thinks somebody is outside. There's no one outside. I just looked out there. Maybe it's because of the dog across the street. I don't know. That's how I be knowing when someone at the door Billy is barking. Or they just sitting right there. He gets to barking, so I just literally went outside. There's a dog in the yard. Like in the people across the street yard, but yeah. Alright, y'all. I'm gonna talk to y'all later.